welcome to Wellness Wednesday. We are going to do some exercises. It's 7 o'clock here where I live, so it's perfect right before going to bed. Alright, I'm going to invite Selena to come on. I just invited Selena, and I have some explanation to do about why I'm wearing teal and why Selena's wearing teal. Hi.
Hi, how are
you?
I'm good. How are you, Savannah?
I'm hanging in there.
Yes.
So the reason why me and Selena are wearing teal is because this month is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and with what's happening on TikTok, and if you follow me, you might see it in my post. I don't want to go too much into it, but something bad came into my feed, and I wanted to let everyone know. So if you are willing, or if you can, read the post to be more informed, but me and Selena are wearing teal in support of sexual assault awareness.
Absolutely. Yes.
So what are we going to be doing today, Selena, with our exercise?
Well, I know it's only Wednesday, right? But it's been a long week for both of us, I know. And I'm kind of hearing from everybody in general that it's feeling like a really stressful moment right now, which we're kind of used to. That's been, the name of the game for the last year now, but I think it's been an exceptionally kind of difficult week already for everyone. So I just want to this is going to be a short session today, everybody. I just want to take a moment to bring us through some really light, restorative, mostly stretching poses and movement. And then I know, Savannah, you're going to take us through a little breathing practice at the end. So this is really, especially because it's evening for most of us, this is a great way for us to wind down. This is a slightly different kind of grounding practice from what we did last time. So we're not really going to get much of a sweat on. It's just going to be a chance to really connect with our breath, kind of check in with ourselves. I just want to remind everybody that, we talk a lot about working out, right? Like going to the gym, lifting weights, Pilates, whatever your thing is, it's working out. But I want to bring us back to this idea of working in. So I want to invite everybody this evening with Savannah and I to just sort of take a moment to check in with yourself. Ask yourself how you're feeling. This is a safe space we're offering here, so we just kind of want to take this moment together to have a little movement practice, hopefully get ourselves ready to kind of come down from our day and relax for the evening. And I want to ask as well, it might sound a little bit silly, but take a moment and kind of scan your body for a second and feel where you kind of are holding the most tension from this week or from the day so far. So for me, I'm feeling a lot of tension in the back of my shoulder blades. I'm sure that's from working and being hunched over the computer a lot, but I'm really feeling a lot of tightness there. So as we go through these movements tonight, I'm literally going to think about breathing into that area. Savannah, are you feeling any particular area of tension tonight?
Well, I'll be honest with everybody. I've had some seizures today just because of the triggers that have been brought. So a lot of the times my tension is in my lower back due to a back injury and my seizures. So
yes, yeah, I'm feeling it in my lower back as well. And so, but you're feeling good for the movement, Savannah. And I want to remind everybody, as Savannah does remind everybody as well, if anything starts to feel uncomfortable, if it's triggering for you, just take a pause, come back to your breath. Take a seat, close your eyes if that feels good, keep them open if that feels good. This is really all, we're guiding you through these movements, but it's just a suggestion. So this is just a space for us to communally come together, have a little moment to restore for the evening. But if anything is uncomfortable for you, feel free to click this off, take a break, grab some water, do whatever you need to do to come back to yourself. So we'll make it quick and easy today. I want to make sure you can see and hear me, so let me move my camera a little bit. We're going to start standing, but we are going to come down to our mats and do mostly floor work this evening. So if you have a nice soft space, and again, as you scan your body and think about the area where you're holding tension, I also want everybody to kind of think about really feeling the ground underneath your feet this evening. So really focus. I'm sorry, I'm playing with my camera angle. Oh my gosh. Savannah, you still have daylight there. It's beautiful.
I do, but I also turned on our backyard lights. And I
It's
also
so pretty.
everybody
I love it. I love it. All right, well, whether you're outside like Savannah is or you're inside like I am, just kind of really connect your feet to the ground. Feel the floor underneath you. Let's remember we're safe, we're okay. We're in a good space together, and I just want you to take a really deep breath in. You can bend those knees, bring those arms overhead, really deep breath, and nice deep exhale. Give me another one of those. Bend those knees a little bit. You're really kind of scooping the air almost overhead. And then nice big exhale as you bring those arms down. Let's do one more of those. Sweep the arms up. Good. And nice deep exhale as you bring those arms down. Now, two options here, whatever feels most comfortable for you. I'm going to keep my feet a little wider than shoulder width apart because that's comfortable for me. And I'm going to start in one direction with some really big hip circles here, kind of like I'm hula hooping. This is a great way to open up those hips when we've been sitting all day. If this is not comfortable for you, I want you to give me some really slow high knees, if that feels better on your hips or if that's more comfortable for you, whichever one. I'm going to stick with these hip circles or these hula hoops as I call them.
And I'll do the knee up.
Perfect. Savannah's giving us those slow high knees, really slow here. Nothing tonight is going to move quickly. I don't really want us out of breath. I don't want this to be taxing. This is really supposed to be a nice moment to just reconnect with ourselves and each other. One more hip circle, and I'm going to switch directions here. So Savannah's going to keep alternating those high knees. Take it slow. If you need to grab a chair or something to hold on to for support and balance, please do so.
I'm using my wall.
Perfect.
Healthy.
And a couple more here. Really open up those hips. Breathe into it. Feel your feet underneath you. Feel the ground underneath you. Good. Okay. Now I want everybody to take their legs, feet out a little bit wider. We're kind of in like a wide sort of ballet plie position here. So I'm going to squat down. I'm going to bend my knees a little bit, kind of halfway. And then I'm going to reach one arm to the side. Good, and really feel that stretch in the side body here. Keep as much of a bend in the knee as feels good for you. And then come back to center. And we're going to switch and go to the other side. Reach that other arm. Feel that stretch in those obliques, in your side body. Good, come back to center. Straighten up for a little bit. Shake it out. Kind of roll those shoulders around. Good, now come back down into that sort of half squat plie and over to the side. Nice stretch here. If it feels better for you to stretch both arms to the side, you can do that. I like to keep one arm down on my other thigh and cross over here and bring it back to the other side. So again, if you want both arms out to the side, you can. I know Savannah and I kind of like this one and one.
Yeah.
One arm here to support this side and this one stretches over. Come back to the middle, bring it back up. Shake it out just a little bit. Nice roll out of the shoulders. Take a deep breath here. And as you exhale, come down into that half squat. And we're going one more to each side. Maybe take it a little bit further than you did last time if it feels good. If anything starts to feel painful, please stop, regress back. This is just supposed to be a nice, gentle stretch. And let's take it over to the other side. A little bit further than you did last one. If it feels good, stick with your range of motion. Beautiful. And come back and up. You can leave your feet wide if that feels good. I'm going to bring mine in a little bit stacked underneath me. And I want to do some really We're going to start with small arm circles and then go to large arm circles. So I'm going to have my arms out, kind of like an airplane, and I'm just circling forward. I'm going forward. Really tiny circles. Tiny circles to start. Good. Find your breath again. Feel the ground underneath your feet. And start to take those circles a little bit bigger. So I'm tracing circles with my hands. You can have you can make fists or you can have your palms open, whatever's comfortable. But I'm starting to make some really big circles now. Still going forward. Nice big circles. And now I'm going to almost kind of take it into a little bit of a swimmer's arm circles here. So really big. Keep it slow. Might hear that shoulder pop a little bit. Again, if anything is painful, please stop, take a moment, pause. This is supposed to feel good, a nice stretch, but nothing restrictive, nothing painful. Good. And last one here. Now, take a nice deep breath. Let's recenter ourselves. Feel the ground underneath our feet. Find a nice balanced footing. Bring those arms out again. Now we're going to start with those small arm circles backwards. So I'm going in the opposite direction here. Nice and small to start. Again, your palms can be open. You can have your fists clenched. Whatever feels good for you. Start to take those bigger. My shoulders are warming up from this already.
I'm going to tell you, last time we did this, my legs could not move for like a whole week.
Really?
I was like, oh my God, she broke me.
But not painful, right?
No, they're just sore.
Yes. New movements. Take these arm circles big. Yeah, that's your body saying, what is going on? What are we doing? Again, like Savannah said, though, soreness is fine. A little bit of soreness in the body, a little bit of awareness in the body. If anything starts to feel painful, or if you feel like you hit a point in your range of motion and that's where you need to stop, please do so. Again, we are just guiding you through these movements. You don't need to do them exactly as we are. Good. One more circle. And bring those arms down. Now I'm going to turn profile here. I want you to see, so I'm going to explain this. We're going to do kind of this ragdoll spinal roll down. So let me demonstrate for a second. I want to make sure that you tuck your chin into your chest. Okay, so we're going to start with that, and then I'm going to roll slowly, one vertebra at a time. I'm letting my back flex here. Chin is tucked, and I'm literally just rolling down. Now, depending on your flexibility and what feels good, you can have your hands, your fingertips on the floor. They can be on your shins. You can grab your hands together and clasp. I like to sort of hold my elbows and then just kind of a really gentle swing, almost like an elephant's trunk here. And let that head hang, keep that chin tucked, and just hang for a second. Good. Now I want you to keep that chin tucked, but roll slowly back up. Slowly. Slow. Probably slower than you even think. Good. Give me a little shoulder roll as you come all the way to the top. We're going to do that again. Nice big deep inhale. When you're ready, tuck that chin. That protects your neck. And roll down. Nice and slow. If this hurts your lower back at all, please stop. Come up to standing. I know sometimes flexion in the spine can kind of ignite that lower back. So please check in with yourself, but also breathe into those spots. So I know Savannah's feeling it in her lower back. I'm feeling it in my shoulder blades today. Try to breathe. Literally picture your breath pooling into those areas where you have more tension. And let's roll it back up. Slow. Nice and slow. Your hands can drag along your legs. And roll those shoulders back. Good. We're going to do one more of these. I'm going to mention while we're still standing and you can see me, when we roll down, we're going to hang there for a second again, and then I'm going to have us walk out into that front plank position. We did this last time, so follow along with me. But first, let's tuck that chin, take that nice deep breath, and let's roll down just like that rag doll. One more time, nice and slow. Feel that good stretch in the hamstrings, but please keep a little bend in the knee. We don't want to hyperextend. I'm going to touch my fingertips to the floor here, kind of find my balance and my footing. And when you are ready, I'm going to come back on my mat a little bit so you can see me. When you are ready, inchworm and walk yourself out to that front plank position. We're not going on our elbows here. We're staying up on our hands. And we're going to hold this front plank position for just a few seconds. Really feel, again, the ground underneath your toes, underneath your hands. Push the ground away from you. Protract those shoulder blades. That just means press away from yourself. Give me 5 more seconds here. If you need to drop to your knees, go ahead. 3, 2, and come down nice and slow and gentle onto your knees. Good. So we're here in this tabletop position. Your wrists are stacked directly under your shoulders. Your knees are directly under your hips. So we literally are making like a tabletop with our backs. I want you to really think about keeping that spine neutral. Okay, so we're not tilting our pelvis back. We're not tucking it way underneath. We're nice and neutral, just like a table. First, I want you to take whichever leg you'd like to start with. I'm going to start with my right leg, and I'm just going to straighten it behind me gently. Doesn't need to come up really high, okay? Just gently behind me, hold it for a second, and then bring it back to that tabletop position. Switch legs. Kick that other one behind you slowly. You can flex the foot, you can point the foot, whatever feels good. And bring that back down. Find your balance. I'm going to go back to the right leg. As I bring this leg back behind me, I don't want to let myself fly open here with my hips. I'm staying parallel to the mat. Bring that leg back down. So I'm switching legs back to the left. A lot of core engagement here. Really stay parallel to your mat. Good. Now, let's go into that full bird dog. So as I bring my right leg back, I'm going to bring my left arm forward and extend it. So opposite leg, opposite arm, hold it for a second at the top, find your balance, bring it back down. Find that tabletop position again. My left leg goes back as my right arm extends forward. Hold it for a second, come back down. And just alternate here, again, nice and slow. Move at your pace. This isn't quick. Nice and slow. Check in with yourself. If this is uncomfortable for you, sit back into child's pose for a second. If you need to just come back and sit on your heels, bring your head to the mat, you can do that. Whatever feels good. Keep alternating. Arms and legs. My left arm goes out as my right leg goes out. And I bring it back to that tabletop position. I want to do one more on each side. Really find that balance. Keep that spine neutral. Nice and slow. Beautiful. And come back into that child's pose for a second. So push your bum back onto your heels. Extend these arms out in front of you. Only to your flexibility. Again, round that back a little bit. And I'm just going to bring my forehead to my mat for just a second. And take a nice deep breath here, everybody. Feel the ground underneath you. Good. One more here, and then we'll do our breathing practice. I want you to now sit down. Hopefully you can still see me. I'll describe it as best I can. We're sitting down, okay? Feel the ground underneath your feet. I'm holding my knees here, but I'm not, I'm not vice gripping my knees. I'm just kind of holding them for stability and support. And I'm going to roll down one vertebrae at a time. So I'm rolling down slowly, slowly, slowly.
I'm do this one.
What is that, Savannah?
I'm not going to do this one. I'm getting dizzy, so I'm going to take a break on this one.
Perfect. Okay, so yes, if you need to take a break with Savannah, do so. Follow me if you'd like to come down and roll your spine all the way to the ground. Good. Now, bring those arms up overhead, kind of like you're pushing the ceiling or the sky away from you. So I want a little bit of active tension in those arms. And we're also going to bring the knees up. Now, from here, keep that active tension in the arms like you're pressing the ceiling or the sky away from you. And then I'm going to tap one heel to the ground gently and bring that leg back up. I'm going to switch legs. Tap my left heel down to the ground and come up. The closer you tap your heel to your bum, the easier it is. The farther away you tap your heel out in front of your mat, there's a little bit more tension you'll feel in your core. This is all core here. Breathe into it. It's like you're marching, but from this supine position where you're on your back. If this starts to feel uncomfortable, I want you to hug your knees into your chest. Otherwise, follow along with me. Tap that heel nice and slow. Keep that tension in the arms as you press away from you. So there's a little bit of space here between your shoulder blade and the floor. We're marching it out. And I just want two more on either side. You'll start to feel a little heat, a little warmth in the thighs, your quads here, your lower abdomen. One more to each side. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. And as we bring our knees back up, go ahead, hug them in, and curl that forehead up just a little bit. Take a nice deep breath here. Good. And roll over to your side. Come back to a nice, neutral, comfortable, seated position. Good. And Savannah, or did you still want to take us through our 4-8 breathing practice this evening?
Yes, I can.
Perfect.
All right. So I want to say this just in case anyone didn't watch our last one or don't know how to do controlled breathing. I'm going to stand up for this one so you guys can see me. I don't know if you can hear me okay, can you?
I can hear you. Yes, Savannah, I can hear you good.
Okay, so you're going to you can do this either way. I'm standing up to do this breathing. You could sit down crisscross applesauce or have your legs straight out. Whatever works for you, as long as your torso is straight up, shoulders back in a straight position, because you want to let all that air flow in and out. So we're gonna do 4 and 8 out, and we're gonna do 3 of these. So for the first one, I'm gonna count for everyone, and then on the second, and third, I'll tell you when to breathe in and when to breathe out. So and there's a couple ways you can breathe. You can either breathe in through one nostril, out through the other, in through your nose, out through your mouth, or in through your nose, out through your mouth. If you want a quick way to calm your anxiety, or if you just need to do controlled breathing and you need a quick, I'm sorry, I'm spacing. Just a quick to let all the endorphins. You want to do this one. You want to breathe in through one nostril, out through the other. So
Savannah, you're actually like kind of plugging one nostril and then switching as you go?
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
But I'm going to do breathe in and out. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth for this one.
Me too.
We're going to breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to breathe in, out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay. And then that's it. If you want to keep going because you're going to bed, that's a great way to do so, because any more than 3, it's going to put you right to sleep.
Exactly. And a lot of Savannah, when you post this so that everybody can watch it after the fact, I will go ahead and comment with these movements and the sequence in the order in which we did them. So if you guys want to do this, this is a great practice to do anytime you need to relax, come down from a long day. You can even do a lot of these movements in your bed and then go straight into that 4-8 breathing practice that Savannah just took us through. So I'll write it all out in the comments of the video so that you can follow along whenever you just need to take a moment. Savannah, I know it's been a rough week, but I'm really glad that we got this chance to connect this evening, and I certainly feel more relaxed, and I'm going to do more of those breaths because I'm like tired already. So it's a miracle.
Me too. I'm seeing the bags underneath my eyes.
I know, right? It's like time to get the contacts out, get the pajamas on, and everybody have a really great, wonderful rest of your evening. Watch this back when you need to just take another moment for yourself. And of course, remember that Savannah and I are always here for you if you need a safe space to DM us or message us. So please check out the important information on Savannah's page, everybody, especially for this week, please.
Yes. And thank you guys, everyone, for watching. I hope this helps. And always remember, listen, love, connect. You did it.
I did it. I got it. I was right.
Yeah.
All right. I love you, Savannah. Have a good evening.
Thank you. You as well. Bye.
Bye.